Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. And ma'am had come up with all her observation last week, whatever she has seen, and obviously she is equally concerned for the program. And DDG, no need to say, without him, no program. And don't let him down. And obviously, he is expecting so much from all of you, and he want to make it as a continuous basis, this kind of training program and development program. I think all your cooperation is required. And since it's a federal state, obviously every state has its own limitation, but still, you people have to go back and tell your colleagues as well as your directorate how important the program is. In case if possible, just write few lines so that your state people also will get to know what you gathered from this training program. So this, I just thought of sharing it with you. As I already mentioned to you, there are 3 campuses and almost like 30-35 people there in Noida campus, around 20 people from Calcutta, around 20-21 here in this campus, around 60-70 people are getting trained simultaneously, and the number of people who are coming as resource person here is tremendous. Around 15-20 people here, another 15-20 there, another 15-20 there, almost like 60 resource person across 3 campuses are going to come and help you out. All are from different area. Many come from academia, many come from industry, many of them have come from university background, and the industry people are also involved in this. So in that way, permutation combination is really fantastic, and everyone will come with their anxieties. It's up to you people to take the best from them and make it as bilingual. Don't hesitate. In case if you are not getting the program properly, you can ask them to explain in Hindi, which they will do it. But the only thing is, you people have to be very cautious in saying all this thing. Otherwise, they may think that all of you can get everything, so they come and share and go. But in case if you interrupt, in case if you ask for more, certainly they all will give more. All are resource person, all are trained, all are professionals, so no need of hesitation. This is my humble submission, and may I request DDG to come and share his thoughts with you, because he is the person who had designed the entire program, conceived and designed and running the program too, and he has a lot to share with you. May I welcome sir to come and share his views. Sir, please.
I'm supposed to look there and speak here. Dr. Venkatesh, I look there and speak here.
There is a small hiccup. Kindly stay with us.
Good morning, colleagues here in Delhi. Professor Katti, Dr. Venkatesh. Pardon? That's not an issue. Yes. So I hope I'm audible in all the places. All my participants here in Delhi, my participants there in Noida campus, Ashok ji, the participants there in the Calcutta campus, Dr. Gautam Gupta is there, Dr. Gautam Datta is there, and Ashwani ji. It's a momentous day today, as Dr. Venkatesh mentioned. It's not only Labour's Day where we're supposed to dedicate our commitment to the labour class, but at the same time I would like to also mention that this entire scheme, this capacity building program, when it was conceived, it was essentially to bring forth the notion of a change of roles in the employment offices from being a job provider to being a career provider. And this subtle change from jobs to career, I don't think I need to tell you, because you're all professionals, you know much more than I do. It's a huge task. It's a huge task for all of you, because it means guidance, it means mentorship, it means trying to motivate a youth to pursue his goals, aspire for higher goals, and how he can achieve them and realize them. And that's not a small task. There are a lot of scientific tools which can guide you, but then again they remain tools. You all have come from various backgrounds, different disciplines, but all have been put into this molting cauldron known as the Employment Office Network. Now this network of officers has profound duties, huge responsibilities, and as I said, it's a challenging task. I have been giving this example in several forums. It's like a doctor, where a patient comes to you. A doctor, of course, has undergone his 4 to 6 years or 10 years of training, the educational training and hands-on. Whereas you all have come from various backgrounds, you have been put in an office, and perhaps, I think most of the states do not have a formal training induction program. When you get deployed on the field or any other capacity building program later on, it could be main administrative work, but the employment office network had not been actually put into a formal training program for doing the work that you have been employed for. So when we had this institute known as the Central Institute for Research and Training in Employment Services, it was based in Pusa, New Delhi, long time back. Then we got our own campus in Noida. Now it's a sprawling campus. We have tried to build it up. And believe me, anything that has not been working in the way that it was required to work, for it to work in that direction, there's a huge amount of efforts required. Using technology, using ICT in a way that it can change your role has been used, and you have witnessed it today in the morning. Now sitting here, we are interacting with all the 3 campuses. The reason that we have tried to do this training with an institution like IIFT is because they have the expertise, they have the caliber, they have the faculty, they have the reach to be able to give you the inputs required for you to change your activities in a way which is more productive for the economy. And I believe you, this program was initially designed for 10 days. So the administrative constraint which Ashok ji and Dr. Venkatesh and Professor Katti were mentioning is that we know that you are all important officers holding important portfolios. You cannot spare yourself for 2 weeks at a stretch. So we compressed it into 6 days, and which means that 1 day before, 1 day after you're on board. And this 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock work, you'll find that it is grueling, but there's no gain without pain. And believe me, the officers who have attended the training in the past, they all said that it's such an important program, they want to come back for more. And they say 6 days is short. But it's a debate and a battle between us, the training institution, and the state government to deploy you for those 10 days. So in this battle, what we are trying to do is compress the program in 6 days. We aim to do many more programs like this. You can call this the base program. We'll have module 1, module 2, so on and so forth. Our institute in Noida is now getting fully equipped to manage those programs in coordination with institutions like IIFT. So we will be designing more course content, and I would require you to give inputs. Please do give input from the training program so that we can improve it. We can continuously improve it, and tell us what are the suggestions we need for the advanced module. In fact, after the first week lecture, this training program last week, I was traveling to Lucknow, and on the way back, Dr. Venkatesh gave me a lot of feedback on what happened and what we should do more. And overnight, I would compliment Dr. Venkatesh. He did the changes required based on the feedback, and you'll see a new calendar available to you today. So, this is sort of dedication you have from the faculty. This is the same sort of dedication I know I can expect from you all. Please do take advantage of the inputs. It will be really useful to you. And another reason that we are having a cross-state participation in all 3 centers is that whatever we have done at the center is nothing new. The states which are here, states which are there in other campuses, they've already done excellent work. We have tried to aggregate them, agglomerate them into a common platform so that everyone can benefit. So today I have an expert counselor maybe in Aurangabad, Maharashtra, and I have a captive audience in another state. Can we, using digital technology like we have today, do group counseling? Can we do sessions like this? Can we call experts remotely? can we take the benefit of that resource to a larger audience? So the aim is capacity building, not to the officers. You are all here, you're going to undergo the training anyway, but capacity building of the nation. Everyone knows that we have the largest youth workforce in the world, and this youth can only be harnessed if we are able to provide not only good skills, right skills, but meaningful jobs. We have introduced several schemes from the Labour Ministry to incentivize people to start investing in the country. Make in India is one of the programs. Skill India is another program where we are training the youth, and most of it is free of cost to the country, free of cost to the student. But the reason that we need to do this is we realize that until you can use your youth workforce in a meaningful way, we cannot hope to become a global superpower, which we are aiming to do. We have a lot of problems, but the problems have solutions. And you would have seen that solutions is not something we just sleep overnight, it just comes. It's a work in progress. It's not a solution made today, will work tomorrow. We have to continuously improve. So whatever you're doing today, however you're doing it today, please share your experiences. It's possible another state could have done it better. It's possible that someone has learned from you. So this experience sharing is a wonderful platform where you will realize that yes, we can do much better than what we are doing. And the behind all this is the National Career Service, which is the spine for this role transformation. Most of you are aware we have this national portal. We have tied up with several partners to get this more vibrant, and a lot of the state governments are directly transporting data onto the NCS portal. So as a result of which, those issues of jurisdiction, area, reach, they get sort of marginalized. Because we can, using technology, using partnership, expand our reach to many more corners of the country and do more meaningful work, utilize your resources, your time in a more productive way. So one of the bottlenecks that we had was registration. This national portal allows for direct registration of candidates. They can visit your office, you can get themselves registered there. You can also get employers registered online. You can get counselors registered online. You can get skill training providers registered online. And we have also tied up with the Department of Posts, with the Common Service Centers of Department of IT. So our 978 employment exchanges reach goes up to more than 3 lakhs. Out of the 1.5 lakh post offices, 1.5 lakh Common Service Centers. So our reach is immense in terms of getting job seekers and employees on board. So how do I utilize that time which is getting freed up? Is critical. For that, we have tried to codify the career content available. It's on the NCS portal, free to use for anyone. But your role is to guide people on that content, give your feedback on improving the content. See, what has been done today is just, as I said, aggregation of information got from industry, got from the employment officer, and got from other institutions. But our process, our job is to continuously improve it, to make it not only relevant, but continued relevance in future. A job role which is relevant today would not be relevant tomorrow. Are we geared up for that? The reason why we have on the NCS tied up with all these various stakeholders is that they can collaborate on this national platform. And another initiative is that we have learned again from states that you all do a lot of wonderful work in job fairs. We have enabled this on the NCS platform. So it brings employers and it brings job seekers and partners on board on a common platform where you would be able to monitor, manage, administer job fairs through the NCS platform. Please do take advantage of that. Last year we had introduced a scheme for you to improve and modernize employment exchanges. We have released funds to about 18 states. If your state has not availed of the opportunity, please do that. We understand some of the states have certain funds constraint. Take advantage of the scheme that we have. Modernize your employment exchange office so that the look and feel is good. So that whenever a job seeker comes to you, he doesn't go back that I'm visiting a government office. We are establishing 100 model career centers so that they feel privileged and honored to visit our employment office. We have deployed some young professionals in these employment offices. We need to make them operational to be role models. Role models to provide more value-added services. Please do take advantage of that. In addition to job fairs, what we have seen is that psychometric tool testing is also critical. One of the components in this program is how will you administer this test, how will you analyze the results, and how will you be able to guide a youth to exploit his strengths, improve his weaknesses, and he should be able to come back to you and tell you, yes, whatever you told me, whatever you guided me on, I have pursued that and I have excelled. Those are case studies that we would like to get documented on your direct intervention in changing the lives of youth. So I would request you to take full advantage of the technology available, the input that you're going to get in this capacity building program, and please do go back, tell your other colleagues who have not been able to join, please do join this program. If not today, this is going to run for about a month or two, and based on your input, we'll design module 2. For the NCS portal, last year we trained about 1,500 officers all over the country. We are open for training many more, but until we take advantage of technology, our reach will remain constrained. So please do take advantage of whatever laboratory facilities, the library facilities, the exchange program that you have across states. Please do take advantage of that. We'll have a really wonderful exposure, and I can tell you this particular initiative is being monitored right from the PM office downwards. The National Career Service Platform is now slated to become the front end for all group up to Group B recruitment exams. That will also be announced very shortly, where any candidate, if he wants to apply for a competitive exam, whether it's a Staff Selection Commission, Railways, Banking, whatever, they will first apply through the NCS, and therefore your importance will become much more important. Your role, your transformation is what you want to make it. If we want to strive, we want to reach a certain destination, it is a struggle. We are there for you. This entire team is available to you, and I want to thank IIFT in particular for taking full advantage of use of technology of connecting these 3 campuses, creating a web portal for us to enable you to, register your candidates online. But as Dr. Venkatesh and Dr. Professor Katti both mentioned, it is an expensive program. I should not be saying it, but it's an expensive program. Please take advantage of that. You're only paying for your traveling cost here. Rest is being taken care of by the respective faculties. It is not lavish in terms of a 5-star facility, but yes, the quality of training I can guarantee is 5-star. So please do take advantage of that, and I will get back to you all. Look forward to your comments and inputs, because we have to design module 2 very shortly. What you would like to put into that, any specific area that you want more focus and more concentration on, please do let us know. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Govinji. Thanks a lot. As you all might be aware, your DDG Saab has been promoted as the ADG, and he is going back to Ministry of Statistics. Additional charge is still with him for Ministry of Labour. Actually, I wish that he should continue in Ministry of Labour too. Otherwise, it's going to be a great loss for all of you. Okay, so you wish he should continue. At the same time, whatever he wants to do in addition, let him do. That is another thing. because the commitment in the continuity what he has, I'm not very sure other people can have this kind of understanding and commitment. It's really difficult to find a human being like him. Because 2014, when President of India had mentioned about the careers, since then till date, he is the only one who is working and working from the ministry wholeheartedly. And because of his effort, everything is happening. Hope it continues. And I don't want to waste my further time. I invite Professor Gautam Datta for his observation as well as what are thanks. And Gautam Datta ji is, that's why I said call that guy to sit right, otherwise we are not getting it. Gautam Datta ji is my senior. In fact, whatever I am today, and I am a trainer, I learned a lot from my senior colleague. He is Gautam Datta. He is in Calcutta. He is looking after the Calcutta campus program. And he worked for more than 15-17 years in Entrepreneurship Development Institute, Assam. So he has all the knowledge. In fact, whenever I get stuck, I used to look for him